You might be surprised to learn that the Massanetta bells are still ringing at 8, 12:30, and 6 o'clock every day, even though we've not been able to have guests since mid-March. To those of you that love this place, those bells may really just signify that it's time for you to come to the dining hall and enjoy a meal. But they're more, especially now. They declare loudly that Massanetta is here and called to follow Christ no matter what our circumstances are. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus is asked, what is the greatest commandment? And he says to love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind. And he says the second commandment is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus tells us that loving our neighbor is loving God. And it's been with that in mind that the Board of Trustees has made so many difficult decisions over these past few months. I need to share another one of those with you today. After much prayer and deliberation, Massanetta Springs knows that hosting conferences in June or July would just not be loving the neighbors that we have in our guests, leaders, staff, and local community. And once we realized that, what to do next was painful but clear. There will be no on-site middle school conferences or Bible and church music conferences this summer. Netta Day Camp's original schedule has been suspended. Mission at Massanetta has been canceled at least through June, and we don't expect guest groups to return before at least July 22nd, if not after. I am so sorry to bring you news that will sadden, if not surprise, so many of you who love this place. You should know that the decision was reached with disappointment and heartache by all those involved. But we who live in the hope of the resurrection, we can't despair. So while we will grieve the loss of something precious and we're going to deliberate about what it's going to mean for Massanetta's immediate future, this decision will also help us more fully focus on how we are going to love our neighbors now in the midst of extraordinary times. We are committed to developing the Christian leadership skills of this year's class of youth advocates. We will offer opportunities for children and younger youth through our Netta Day Camp program, even if we're not allowed to have a single on-site session. The Bible and Church Music Conference will continue to find ways to challenge and enrich and inspire people from a distance. There's going to be more on those things as plans develop, but I want to let you know about 3 things that are coming up soon that we are excited about. First of all, our second Meals for Our Mission is coming up on May the 30th, and we're planning for it to include an opportunity maybe for those of you further away to purchase a meal for a frontline worker here near the Massanetta Springs community. The second, on June 7th, we're planning a Pastor Sunday off, more properly a pastors, musicians, educators, and anybody else who works with a worship service at your congregation's Sunday off. It'll be a complete video service, and if you are interested in that service, all you need to do is email this email address on the screen and we'll send you details about what you can do. Our Massanetta Springs Then, Now, Always fundraiser is going to be on June 24th. And we know that the generosity of many is going to help us weather this current storm so that we can be the place that we are needed to be on the other side of this immediate crisis. The Massanetta bells are going to continue to ring 3 times a day as a reminder that we have not given up or given in. And while we must deal with the realities of what we cannot do, this video message marks an important turning point for us. We are going to be focusing on what we can do, to be faithful, to be courageous. In short, just to be Massanetta. So I thank you for watching. I thank you for your continued prayers. And I thank you in advance for all that you're going to do to help us to continue to be a place for all people to experience God together. God bless you.